Hi, I'm Michael Hernandez, and I demand to know who's still buying orange peanuts. I need to know, is anybody actually out there buying orange peanuts and consuming them, or are they just using them as flotation devices in pools? Welcome to Rumble Book Club. I'm your host, Michael Hernandez, and this is the show where a normal guy like me can talk about interesting books I've read, old and new, good and bad. So if you like the show, you like the books that I'm talking about, or maybe I just have a punchable face, whatever keeps you clicking. You can follow me on Twitter and Parler. You can subscribe to my content on Rumble and YouTube, and I'm even on TikTok, so you can catch me there as well. But more importantly, let's talk about it. Share the content with your friends and people that you know, and comment. Let me know if there's any books you want me to cover, and I'll be happy to get to read them, and might even do a video and give you a shout out for recommending me to a good book. Today we're going to take a look at The Power of the Dog by Don Winslow. So Don Winslow is a prolific author of multiple hard crime and mystery novels. His other works include The Cartel, that one I've read. It's actually the sequel to this one, The Power of the Dog, the book Broken, and the upcoming novel that will be released in September called City on Fire. So this book in particular follows the intertwined stories of multiple characters that are caught through choice or through happenstance in the vicious world of the Mexican cartels and the American war on drugs. All right, let's take a look at the aesthetics. So I have the 2006 paperback printing. I love the single color here that really pops off the shelf. It has a kind of threatening black and white figure here, a masked soldier, which I think is a good look. And then you have the title and the author in bold white font. Very well placed. It is a little bit busy.
I'm so sorry.
I'm tempted to leave that in here.
I tried to hold it
It's a little busy here with some of this extra text, but nonetheless, I think it makes for a really solid cover that'll definitely attract the eye if you were to catch it in the bookstore. As far as the aesthetics go, strong 9 out of 10. All right, looking at the readability, it's really gripping, it's fast, it's exciting, each and every page. You don't lose a single page in this book. There's not a dull part of this book at all, and the characters are all very distinguishable despite the fact that there are quite a few. So like a lot of crime books, there's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of characters, but the way he's able to make them all very distinguishable from each other, they're all unique in their own ways with different backgrounds, different personalities, and he's able to really take you into their individual mindsets. It makes it much more manageable to handle that heavy cast load for a book like this. So as far as what your eyes actually having to run over when you read this book, it has off-white pages with clear font, good paragraph breaks, no big walls of text that kind of gets you lost, so you're not having to reread stuff just because of the actual layout. I think it makes for a very, very easy read, and it really holds your interest. So as far as the readability goes, again, really strong 9 out of 10. Now let's talk about the content. The story follows Art Keller, who's a DEA agent, who's a seasoned veteran of war and military conflict. He goes to Mexico to take down the Drug Federación, and ends up creating an even worse monster through the creation of powerful cartels who are directed by the Barrera family, who he actually comes to know through his experiences in time in Mexico. Surrounding and intertwining between this Keller and Barrera conflict are a large array of characters that create their own forms of conflict and tension throughout the book. So for instance, there's the multitude of different cartel characters that are all kind of jockeying for power to see who can kind of take over this Barrera seat. So they're all working with him and paying tribute to him, but they're all trying to find their own angle to be the top dog. There's, on the other hand, there's this Catholic priest who's a pillar in his community, who throughout the book relentlessly tries to steer the cartel members who are congregants of his church on the right path. There's this Irish kid in New York who's turned into a trained killer because he, in this moment of action, through this pressure from mob boss is there, the mob force is there, he has to respond, and he slays this guy, and in that moment, his life takes this journey to become essentially a hitman. The book really grabs you by the eyeballs and relentlessly yanks you into the most horrible aspects of the life of the cartel and the soldiers fighting for and against it, as well as the people surrounded that are just caught in the crossfires. So this is definitely not a book for the squeamish at all. I will say that much about it. That's one of the bigger impressions I got about this book. Right from the get-go, from the first page, it's a tough read if you're someone that gets easily squeamish from blood, gore, bodies piling up, because it jumps right into that with both feet. As far as the content goes, it is a indisputable 10 out of 10. I found this book at Barnes & Noble. You can also find it at your local bookstore, and if all else fails, if they happen to be out of stock, you can again resort to Amazon or eBay to order it. I highly recommend it. Go out and get yourself a copy. This is a great book. Again, the title is The Power of the Dog. The author is Don Winslow. Go out and get yourself a copy. Thanks for watching, everybody, and go read something.